Welcome back to TechnoSage YouTube channel. So Intel's 14th gen has been officially revealed and stuff, and we still don't know the first party benchmarks, but we know the first party benchmarks, but not from reviewers as such. But this is the official spec sheet for i 14th gen desktop CPUs, and you can see only i7 14700KF is got up in core count to 8 cores and 12 efficiency cores, and it supports DDR5 at 5600 and DDR4 at 3200, which is nice to see. And also it has memory capacity up to 192 gigabits. So yeah, it is going all in with memory capacity, but the caveat to all of this is like it can be boosted up to 6 gigahertz. At the same time, the watts required to power the CPUs are 253 watts. It's their hard limiter, but we still don't know how things would be once it's in your PC. And these are some cherry picked benchmarks which they had shown, and they had compared it with i9 7900, i9 7900X, I think, 7900, 7950X. So not on the top of the line. Yeah, it compared with Ryzen 9 7950X 3D, Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, and Ryzen 9 7950X. The weird thing about all of this is they didn't compare it with i9 3900K. They should have compared with their i9 13th generation, but this just shows like if 14, if you buy a 14 gen, this is not value for money. Just buy a 13 gen because you can easily overclock 13 gen and get the performance similar to 14 gen. So yeah, if and literally you will get 13 gen parts at a relatively cheaper price, because yeah, 14 gen is out, so 13 gen pricing will go down substantially. And the major thing, the price has not been increased from 13 to 14 gen, which is a nice thing to see. But yeah, there's literally no performance different from the charts which we are seeing. We still need to wait for the third party reviewers. Next up, we have news regarding Nvidia's Blackwell architecture, and Nvidia's Blackwell architecture will support for the first time HBM3E memory, which has been developed as of now. So this just gives us an idea about how powerful RTX 50 series would be, because Blackwell would be the architecture they will be using in their gaming GPUs also. And the Nvidia has secured the patent, not patent, but has secured the funding and supply for HBM3E memory. And yeah, they already had a sample from SK Hynix, and yeah, they secured an exclusive deal for HBM3E memory, which is used to power their GPU, their consumer GPUs and stuff. So we still don't know how powerful this memory is, but yeah, they got the sample back in June and they are already in testing phase. This just shows that they are well into the development of their next generation Blackwell architecture. And yeah, it says it's to be the world's best high performing HBM3E memory. Next up, if you're playing Counter-Strike and if you have an AMD graphics card, just do not enable an anti-lag plus, because this might secure you a VAC ban, and these VAC bans are not irreversible. Don't know why Valve is like this. Why don't they give and a chance to remove VAC bans by talking to the support and stuff? But yeah, Valve is like that, and they said this will result in a VAC ban because it tampers with the CS code, and they they won't reverse the ban unless AMD fixes it. Don't know what's wrong with Valve at this point, but yeah. And anti-lag plus is something you need if you're running on frame generation. So it's just a software thing, and why Valve's anti-cheat system does this, don't know. And why Valve is not doing anything about the anti-cheat system, don't know. There should be a manual person who should be responsible for that. But yeah. Also, there's a technical preview which is available for fluid motion frames, and it is not just available for Ryzen 7000, not Ryzen, but Radeon RX 7000 series, but it is also available for RX 6000. So if you have a 6800, 6900, 6950X or 66000 series, any graphics card on Jeep desktop, not mobile but on desktop, you can essentially use FSR 3.0 fluid motion frames, and AMD has enabled it for everybody, and it is just a technical driver as of now, so it might have some bugs, but you can literally play all of DirectX 11 and 12 games with FSR 3 on this RX 6000 series, and it is officially supported by AMD, so you don't need to tinker with your settings and stuff like that, or don't need to do anything in the software. Just download a technical preview driver and you are good to go with RX 6000 series desktop CPUs. And this just shows how AMD's implementation is like better for old graphics card, but Nvidia's implementation is superior because it has its own tensor cores and stuff, and it has more power. But AMD's is open source. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about all of the news going on? Sound off your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will meet you in the next one. Peace out.